Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant Public School online edu classes. Today we are going to continue with chapter number 3, Ruling the Countryside, part 3 of class 8 Social Science History. In this part, we are going to learn all about the need of growth of commercial crop. The question arises, how did the company try to produce crops of European requirement in India? We will get the answer to this question and major agrarian policies that were being adopted by the British colonial rulers and its effect on the Indian peasantry and landlords. So, we'll be discussing about crops for Europe. The British also realized that the countryside could not only yield revenue, it could also grow the crops that Europe required. So, by the late 18th century, Britishers they tried to expand the cultivation of opium and indigo in various parts of India, which was basically required by Europe. And they also forced the cultivators to grow various other crops such as jute in Bengal, tea in Assam, wheat in Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra and Punjab, rice in Madras, sugarcane in UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. So basically the more emphasis was laid on cultivation of indigo. But why was it so important to cultivate indigo? Do you know the uses of indigo or how indigo is produced? What actually indigo is? First of all, you should know what indigo is and why is it used. So, indigo is basically a plant which is used to make dye and color the clothes. Do you think does color have a history? Yes. So let us connect all the pictures and know indigo is a plant from which a blue powder is derived and this is used to dye clothes in blue or as we say indigo color. The history of indigo dye. I hope you can see blue. Why the demand for Indian indigo? Indigo can only be grown in tropical climate. So the climate of India was suitable for its growth. If you remember geography, you know India comes or lies in the tropical zone, which is favorable for the cultivation of indigo. India was the main exporter of indigo. It was of high demand in Europe because it gave a rich blue color to be used for dyeing the clothes. By the 13th century, it was used by cloth manufacturers of Italy, France, and Britain. In Europe, a plant named woad was cultivated which was used for dyeing clothes, but the color it gave was not so rich as of indigo, resulting in the high demand of indigo in Europe. Not only English, but the French in Caribbean island, the Portuguese in Brazil, the Spanish in Venezuela also started cultivating indigo plants. Owing to the importance and need of indigo, while the demand for indigo was increasing, its supply fell to half between 1783 and 1789 due to various reasons. As there was less supply, the British dyers, they became keener to procure indigo, and at this point they turned to India to meet their needs. You know the reason why Britain turned to India? Yes, because the location of India. India lies in tropical zone which was favorable for the growth of indigo crop. So by the end of 18th century, Bengal indigo came to dominate the world market. In 1788, only about 30% of indigo was imported into Britain. But by 1810, it went up to 95%. And many British indigo factory was set up in India. It attracted by the prospect of high profit, numerous Scotsmen and Englishmen. They came to India and became indigo planters. The story is not over yet. We need to know more about indigo planters in India, even whether the peasants they were happy growing indigo. We need to know all about it. So we'll continue in the next part. With this, we end our third part and will continue in the fourth part. Happy learning everyone.